Hey, my name's Alex. I'm gonna talk about community. So community is something I feel like everyone kind of desires, even if we try to deny it. When I was younger, I tried to deny that a lot. I would just kind of sit at my computer and play Neopets and say, I don't need friends. I got my online friends. But that was really just a way to wall myself off from feeling inadequate because I didn't have that community. Community has this special place in my heart because if it hadn't been for this great sense of community I got back home, would have never even come to know Jesus. I wouldn't have come to know God, and ultimately I wouldn't be where I am today. But more recently, coming into college around 4 years ago, I just had such a hard time finding a community at Georgia. I knew a few people coming into school. I had a few close friends, but it wasn't anything that I was used to. And I really just wanted to get away and find my own place here. So that sense of unbelonging and just feeling unloved because I didn't have a place to call home. I didn't have a place to really dive into relationships and dive into this sense of belonging led me to invite just really toxic people into my life. People who, instead of lifting me up and making me feel loved, brought me down and ultimately made me feel unloved and worthless. So I was in the midst of this season of life with very marginal community, feeling ostracized and worthless. And I was pleading with God. I was praying. I was like, "Hey God, please, please, please bring me into a community. Bring me into a place where I feel loved. Bring me into a place where I belong." And it took a lot longer than I really wanted. It took a long time to get into that place of community where I felt loved and I felt appreciated and felt like I was part of a family. But God was faithful to that promise He made for me, and He made to every one of us to bring us into a community where we feel loved, where we're brought up and kept accountable, and where we belong. And so I just want to speak encouragement and to any one of you who feels like they don't belong or don't have a community. I can't guarantee how or when or where God is going to bring a community into your life, or He's going to bring you into that place. But I can guarantee, because I know Abba's heart, and from experience too, that He will be faithful to His promises and that you'll experience community.